Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Finger Guns Podcast with Tony, Dave, and James. I am your Pabst Blue Ribbon co-host, Jimmy, and I am here with...
Big T, Tony B.
Yeah, and...
Drizzling Dave.
I'm sorry, what?
I was trying to, do something with my voice since I was told multiple times this past weekend that me and Tony sound too similar, so I was trying to do something different so you can tell it's me.
So you opted for spooky Victorian ghost?
Yes, that's what I opted for.
That's terrible. That makes it's the worst podcasting choice you could have possibly made.
I was gonna get like the Scream voice changer thing, but I thought that might be a little awkward.
Yeah, or
and
just
I also didn't want to download whatever app that is because it probably would be all spyware.
Yeah, I mean probably, but so is most of the other stuff on your phone. But any choice you could have made was better than that choice. You could have farted into the mic and it would have been a better choice.
Yeah. Well, that was what I went. That's what I went with. I can't take it back now.
I loved that comment though.
Yeah,
it was just like episode 60 and we're finally finding out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, for the listeners at home, we had a party, or Tony, our big man Tony B, who had his birthday very recently. Happy birthday, buddy. Had some people over who were fans of the podcast, super fans of the podcast in some cases, and were having out-of-body experiences. Yeah, your friend... I
didn't hear any of this.
Your friend,
so this is good for me.
Your friend Vicky, is it?
Vicky, yes.
Super friend Vicky.
Super fan Vicky.
She was talking to me. She introduced herself. We were saying hello, and she's like, at one point, we were talking about something, and she's like, I can't handle what's happening right now. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? She's like, you exist in my ears and you're standing in front of me and the voice is coming out at me. And I was like, this. Oh man, that's so fucking weird. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So I transitioned from a voice on a podcast to having a face and a body to some of these folks, which was kind of fun. But also, yes, a lot of comments about how you two fuckers sound the exact same.
There's nothing we can do about it.
I didn't think that was the truth. When I listened to the podcast, I could tell who's who.
Yes, but the advantage is that the three of us have known each other for at the very minimum 33 years at the current moment.
This is correct, yes.
At the least.
Least.
So we understand the subtleties and nuances, but I guess the listeners at home don't quite know you on that level, Dave.
I guess not.
So now the easy way is Tony sounds normal and Dave's does whatever the fuck that is. Yeah. So Dave's gonna chortle a bunch of rocks for the rest of the episode and try to talk. And
at least the people will know the difference between us.
It's very true.
But if you have been listening since season 1, if you haven't figured it out by now,
really
I really don't know what to tell you. It's really on
you know what? You know what? No, here it is. Dave's the pedantic one.
Yes.
And Tony's just full of life and usually just floating by. He's having a good time. He's vibing. Tony's vibes. Dave is pedantry.
I'm okay with it.
That's fine.
I'm okay with
That's
it.
fine. You want to get into some movies tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's fucking do it.
I feel like we can do it. So we got a bit of a odd episode. I know this is a regular episode in terms of release.
Yes.
But irregular in terms of content.
Yes.
We're throwing it back to a time that you might remember where we used to actually do retrospectives. So we will get into that in a little bit. But just before we do, is it time for a little screener time?
Before we get to screener time,
we get to screener time.
Get there,
all right.
I just wanted to plug our interview with Adam Elliott that Tony and I did that went up a couple days ago.
Sure.
He is the creator, director of Memoir of a Snail, which is an incredible piece of animation that you need to see.
Yeah.
It's in limited release right now, and I had a blast talking to him. Did
I
Mr.
was
Vibes
listening-
over there have a good time talking to him?
Tony was vibing.
I was listening to the interview today, and yeah, it was definitely a good time. Adam was so inspirational. Inspiring to chat with.
Passionate.
And very passionate.
Yeah.
And just his love for animation is
next level. Yeah,
next level
it was
for
so
sure.
good. It was a great. I listened to it while I was editing it, and I enjoyed it. It was you guys did great. I also it was he's a very animated guy to be,
and he's just
to
a
be
very
fair,
he's a very
knew what he was
passionate,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah, it was
He knew his shit.
Yeah.
He knew his stuff.
He was engaging to listen to.
Yes.
And you two did also very well.
Thank you.
And he won an Oscar, which is kind of fucking
Yes.
cool.
which is fucking
It's our
amazing.
first Academy Award winner
and
interview that we ever
likely
did.
future Academy Award
God,
nominee.
God, I hope so.
Fingers fucking crossed.
God, I hope
Fingers
so.
crossed. So if you missed out on that, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
As well, we're not going to review it this week, but The Line finally came out.
Oh yeah.
Which we saw
we
way
see
back
that,
at
like,
Tribeca.
2 years ago, a year ago.
like not this past summer, the summer before that.
Okay.
Oh my God, has it been that long?
It's been that long. So it's
Wow.
Alex Wolff, Louis Pullman,
Oh yeah, that's right.
Austin
That
Abrams,
movie.
who's a little shit in that movie.
Yeah,
Little
he is.
shit weasel.
Angus Cloud,
Mhm.
may he rest in peace.
Mhm.
Halle Bailey. It's really, really disturbing
Correct.
because it's about hazing cult, like fraternities and hazing culture,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I know you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it.
I think we
Yeah.
all liked it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we did.
So that one's on VOD now and definitely worth your time.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially now that it's out, definitely give that one a whirl.
Yes.
I might have to revisit it because it's been so long.
It has been quite some time.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been quite some time. But
I'm loving all these 2023 movies that are coming out in
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah. Late 2024.
Yeah,
you just
definitely.
wait. What's that? What's the Finn Wolfhard movie we saw at TIFF?
Hell of a Summer.
Hell of a Summer. That comes out next summer.
Oh,
Wow.
So it'll be almost 2 years since we saw that movie.
I love it.
Wow.
We're gonna have to have a category in our 2024.
Movies that we saw
Yeah.
that are finally coming out.
that are
Yeah.
movies that we saw in 2023 that are actually coming out in 2024.
Yeah.
And before we get to screener
Yeah.
time, the other one I wanted to mention is, I think, all of our favorite movie from Fantasia, The G.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coming
Starring-
out. I was wondering if you were going to mention it. Hell
starring
yeah.
Friend of the pod, actual friend of the pod, best friend of the podcast,
Best friend
Dale
of the
Dickey.
podcast, Dale Dickey, our sweet lady.
Yes, that is finally coming out in Canada in select theaters next Friday,
Hell yeah.
November 29th.
Hell yeah.
So check out your listings. You need to see The G because it is excellent.
It is. It really is. It's such a good time, and Dale Dickey is fucking aces in that movie.
So good. So
Yeah.
good. So that there you go. There's 3 movies, 3 things that are worth your time. And now we're going to talk about a whole lot of bullshit.
That was the plug segment where we just plug things for a little bit.
Absolutely.
I'm kidding,
Now we
I'm
can
kidding.
unplug.
Now we can do screener.
Now we can get into screener time. Hell yeah. What are we starting with?
Why don't we start with since we literally just mentioned Fantasia, why
Yeah.
don't we go with one that we missed at Fantasia and I
Yeah.
thought was tragic that we missed out on it because
man,
like the title is just so good. It's a Canadian comedy horror film called Scared Shitless.
Yeah. It was tragic that we, first of all, Fantasia, as a Canadian podcast covering Canadian content and Fantasia Film Festival, how dare you not give us Scared Shitless?
They've been very good to us.
Yes.
I will forgive
this
them.
is-
I will forgive
yes.
them for their transgressions on this one.
Yes, that's fine. But also, how dare you? Like,
This is right.
we should have had this one at Fantasia, but it's fine. We got it now.
We've got it now.
The
yes.
cinema gods
Cinema Gods blessed
have
us.
blessed
have
us.
blessed us.
They've given us
a copy.
And if you want to see it,
Yes.
it's on at the Blood in the Snow Film Festival in Toronto this weekend. I believe
Wild.
it's on November 23rd.
That's a film festival I've never even heard of, so that's
We-
kind of
we were-
amazing.
we,
Sounds
we were going to get
whack.
we were going to get accredited for it.
Were
we thought about
Sick.
it.
I have featured at Blood in the Snow Festival.
Oh, nicely done.
Yes,
well done,
yes,
sir.
Well done.
yes.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
I
Well
produced a short that
Well done.
showcase there.
That's fun. I didn't even know
Yes.
that festival existed, so now I've learned a
Well,
thing
now
today.
the more you know, James.
Yes, the more I know.
The more you know.
So scared shitless.
Yes, scared
Tony?
shitless.
Let me sell this to you.
I need throw me.
Simple premise.
Okay,
Which
please
I know
throw.
you love.
Tony B loves a fucking simple premise.
Two plumbers, father and son, go to fix a toilet at an apartment building. At the same time, a scientist who has created a creature known as Project X,
An apex predator.
an apex predator creature that he created known as Project X, has found its way into the plumbing system of this apartment building. And go. That's it. There's your premise. That's it.
the
There's
premise.
everything you need.
So that sounds to me, and you guys might not know these movies, Dave. I think you might know one. That kind of sounds like Bad Milo meets Basket Case.
Similar.
Similar?
I got a couple of basket case vibes from
Yeah.
it. Not as good as I like
Basket Case is one for the books.
basket case is a piece of art. I don't know if you know
I haven't
this.
seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet,
No.
but it was restored
Yeah.
by the Museum of Modern Art.
That's incredible.
there's like a dedication
It's
from the MoMA. At the
Oh, that's
beginning.
fucking great.
Like they've
That is
restored
damn.
it and like it's
All right.
preserved
Because
So,
all
you
right,
need to see
MoMA,
that.
I gotta check that out.
I have it on 4K, James. We will
Yeah.
watch it together.
Yeah,
But yes.
I love this.
yeah, she forgot about the part that the son is a germaphobe. Because that
Yeah,
seems to and
sure.
he has a thing for off-brand
Bismuth.
Pepto-Bismol.
He's just chugging bismuth, the raw ingredient of Pepto.
Our boy from GTA.
Yeah, Stephen
He's-
Ogg
Yeah,
is
fuck
there.
yeah. All right.
Yes,
Stephen Ogg is there doing Stephen Ogg
he's
things.
He's the co-lead. He was in Dark Match that we saw at
Yes, he was.
at Fantasia,
Yeah.
which was
And,
wild.
Yeah, of course.
Kids in the Hall alum Mark
Mark McKinney shows
McKinney.
up.
He's in there,
McKinney's
yeah.
in it too.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the
the
doctor.
scientist.
He's the scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the kid is Daniel Dahoney, who I remember from a film called The Package, which was on Netflix. It's about the one where the kid's dick gets cut off or whatever.
Yeah.
Really silly film.
Yeah.
Really silly film.
I
but
fucking
cute.
love that movie.
Cute.
Yeah.
Cute. So he's in this as well.
Absolutely.
And yeah, this movie's
A journey.
a journey.
A
Yeah.
journey.
Is it the practical effects are great in this.
Yeah.
The monster work is great, and it's done by
Stephen Katansky.
Yeah,
I
who
believe
did
is-
Frankie
of course,
Frico
it
and all
was
that, yeah.
Katansky. Okay.
it's very good creature work.
Is it like almost like puppetry
Yeah.
or yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, very practical, very sort of lived in. It really kind of worked in a lot of the scenes. Some of the kills are fucking gruesome.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some moments in this where you're
It's
just
gruesome.
like, what the fuck? Like, oh, this is what we're gonna do? Okay. The rest of it, I mean, like, it's 75 minutes. So
Yeah.
first of all, great.
Oh, it is
brisk.
It is brisk.
75
yeah.
minutes with credits.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with credits.
Yeah,
Sorry,
with
sorry, with
credits.
credits.
So
Okay,
it's
with
like
credits. Okay.
70 minutes.
So it's like okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are
Uh,
in and out, sir. There is so little bloat on
Yeah.
this.
It
It's
is
like
the leanest movie.
it is a thing of beauty
Yeah.
how little bloat there is. in
I'm
this
not gonna
movie.
lie to you guys. I'm probably gonna like fucking crack this movie.
You
af-
should.
after
You
this
should.
podcast is
You
over.
absolutely should.
You should. Kostansky, he did Frankie Frico, which we
Yes.
literally just talked about,
Yeah.
and he did Manborg, which features in this movie at one
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
which is
okay.
kind of fun.
It makes a cameo.
It makes a cameo along with a whole lot of Canadian rock.
Oh yeah,
Canadian rock. Okay.
80s Canadian rock is
Love it.
on display.
80s Canadian. So no
Yeah.
Nickelback.
No
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
Sad.
No Nickelback
A
and
lot of Harlequin.
and
The Slug Brothers.
the Slugs.
Oh, the Slugs. Yeah, the
Somebody
Brothers
Bob
Slugs.
and the
I don't know.
Bob, or I'm never gonna
Something
know.
with a slug. Yeah.
I'll look that
Um,
up while you continue talking.
It's
Doug and the Slugs.
Doug and the Slugs. There you go.
but no Rush.
no
I
Rush.
kept
No
thinking
Rush.
I kept thinking it was Rush, but no Rush. I guess they didn't
couldn't
have the
afford
budget
it.
for
Of course,
Rush.
Too much.
Too much.
But yeah, blissfully short, in and out. Sometimes to its detriment, I think, because sometimes this movie just makes decisions because it feels like it has to because it's running out of time, even though it could have gone a little longer. You could have made a different choice, but that's fine. Acting's pretty good. Some good jokes in there. It's a good fun time, and it's because it's so blissfully short, you don't mind. Like it just kind of goes.
It's a silly movie.
It's silly.
It's very
absolutely
silly. And there's a lot of gruesome stuff that happens to people sitting on toilets.
Well, I would assume so.
But like it's fun. It's fun enough. I had a blast watching it with James. I'm sure if you're watching it with a friend, it'll be a blast. But even if you watch it on your own, I'm sure you'll still enjoy it because it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just fun. If you strap in and like understand that like, oh, this is just going to be silly the whole time, you will get right on board right away. Like there is a scene involving an older couple that lives in this building that is just baffling at best, and it continues on to a point where you're just like, I guess. So just prepare for whatever. It's nonsensical and wonderful in a fun kind of way, and it's bloody, it's gruesome,
there's a severed penis at one point.
Yeah.
And that joke goes
on for a long time.
That joke goes on a long, long time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it was
honestly
it was a lot of
enjoyable.
fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So our boy Tony B loves his Canadian movies and he loves his Canadian horror. So Tony, this is definitely seal of approval from Tony B.
This is on your radar, sir. Do it.
You should definitely keep an eye out for this one because it's another one that's worth your time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Dave, you have one more to talk about, I think. Yeah,
I have one more to talk about, and it's a film that I missed at TIFF because I decided to go see Queer instead. Which I don't know if this was if that was the better decision or not, considering the third act of Queer.
But we saw Queer in IMAX.
That's true. We did see it in
third
IMAX.
act in IMAX.
You know,
we saw it in IMAX.
There's always a question where you're like, I don't know if I should have seen this, but the fact that you saw it in IMAX, and never forget, gentlemen, never forget, your boy saw Waves in IMAX.
That would have done it.
That would have done it.
That would have done
In
it.
IMAX. I almost lost my mind.
That would have done it.
Waves.
Fucking Waves,
That would have
man.
done it.
You know what I'm due for a rewatch?
Fucking Waves.
Fucking Waves.
I need to watch his other one. The night one? The Night Comes For Us or whatever? No, it's not The Night Comes For Us. I don't know. There's like a wolf on the poster and has Joel Edgerton in it.
Joel Edgerton.
No, that is what it is. Oh no, It Comes at Night.
Comes at Night.
Let me.
The Night Comes For Us, I think, is the.
It Comes at Night. Is that the remake?
No, the Night Comes For Us is the one with.
Oh no, It Comes at Night.
Movie.
I know which one you're. Yeah.
The Night Comes For Us.
Yeah, that's the Timo movie.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll burst your bubble about The Night Comes at Night. It comes at night. Garbage.
Oh well.
Maybe you'll feel differently about it because you saw Waves.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
I did see Waves.
Anyway,
okay. All of this to say,
circling back around to a movie that you didn't get to see at TIFF.
Circling back around, the film I saw is a film called All We Imagine as Light.
Yes.
Which won the Grand Prix at Cannes.
Oh, good for it.
And it was up for the Palme d'Or.
Oh, nice.
It missed because of Anora, obviously.
Well,
obviously.
I mean, you can't win them all.
So it is about our boy Shah will be very proud of me for watching this.
Sure.
So it's about two nurses who are living together in Mumbai.
Yeah.
One is older and a little more hardened.
Yeah.
Her husband is not in the picture. They were an arranged couple and they got married. And then like very soon after he had to go work in Germany and he doesn't come back.
Huh.
Or at least over the course of the film, he's still not back.
Right. Okay.
So she's a little hardened and she's a little,
sure.
She's kind of like the wise nurse that everybody kind of looks up to.
Sure.
And then there's Anu, who is much younger and she's a little less strict with what you can and can't do in that culture in Mumbai.
Sure.
And she has a secret boyfriend who is Muslim. So that kind of is also playing into it. And then they also have to help. I think she's the waitress or the chef at the hospital. She lost her apartment, so they have to help her move.
Oh, okay.
So that factors into like the second half of the movie. All of this to say, I really like the way it looks.
Okay.
Because it has a documentary feel to it.
Oh.
And it has there's a bunch of different voiceovers from different dialects.
Right.
I'm just going to go with dialects because I didn't know the right word to say there.
Could be languages.
Well, they were all Indian languages.
Yes. So different languages. Yeah.
Different languages.
Yeah.
So it's very much just the two-hander between them. And kind of
nice.
they're going back and forth and what their lives are like. And it's well done.
Yeah.
It's well done. I didn't love it, but I liked the look of it a lot. And I thought the acting was very good. And I think the director has a lot of promise. The director's name is Payal Kapadia.
Payal Kapadia, yep.
There you go. And she's what? You're younger than me. Or a year older than me, and she already won the Grand Prix at fucking Cannes. So good for her. And she won the Golden Eye for Best Documentary at Cannes as well.
Oh, Cannes.
No, it's the Golden Lion.
Golden Lion. Okay,
Wow.
yeah.
It's three spoke. I was just looking up the languages since you said there was multiple. I was curious of which Indian languages featured, and like 2 of them are ones I would never even have considered. Hindi, of course, but then
Hindi, of course.
Malayalam, which is like no one really talks about that, in Marathi, which is again like these are.
I'm proud of you.
Slightly more obscure languages than I would have. Like it's not Telugu or Tamil or
neither of those.
Yeah,
that was why I was
Hindi, of course.
That's why I was getting at like dialects and languages type thing, because it said it on the
languages.
board in this language type thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's different languages. There's like 7 or 8 official languages in India. It's fucking crazy. The country's huge.
Yeah. So it's well done, and I wanted to like it a lot more. I think it would have been a more interesting pick for France than Emilia Perez.
Yeah.
Sorry, Emilia Perez.
Perez.
Which is on Netflix now too.
Big ups to Emilia.
But if you are into foreign films, foreign cinema, and something a little vibey and a little more slow. It's not slow, but it's more maintained.
Yeah.
It's not fast paced.
There's a pace.
There's a pace to it, and there's a beauty to it.
A jaunt, if you will.
Yeah, there's a beauty to it.
Yeah.
If you're into that, and if you're not into foreign cinema, I don't know why you guys are listening to this podcast. We talk about foreign cinema all the time. If you're into that, you should definitely check it out. I could see it definitely showing up for some Oscars, potentially. It's not going to get into Best International, unfortunately, but it's definitely worth your time watching. And if anything, it will lead to even better things for Miss Kapadia. Did I say it right?
Probably.
Kapadia? You said it better than I did.
For the director.
For the director.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I just got to get back so I can see it.
Kapadia.
Yep.
So I would definitely.
I hope so. Yeah, it sounds great. I really do want to check this one out. So I'm.
It's quite lovely. I was hoping you would have watched it because you're more of our resident Bollywood.
I try.
Bollywood, Tollywood, Hindi
I'm not
expert.
much of one, but yeah, I'm starting.
You know more about it than we do.
I'm starting. Yes.
It's not your typical Bollywood or Tollywood.
It doesn't seem
movie.
like it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a straight up Indian cinema. It seems like it's a little bit more maybe Western influenced with some sort of Eastern leanings in terms of
Eastern leanings documentary style type thing. Like there's no song and dance numbers.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah. So it
it's
seems
not,
like more of a straight cut movie than
yes.
Yes.
So that is in limited release starting this Friday, the 22nd.
Cool. Nice.
Yes, and that is that's the end of screener time.
Nice. That was a good one.
Thank you.
So we're already jumping into our main segment, which feels very weird because I feel like we're usually like really verbose and we've spent like an hour and a half talking about fucking random ass movies already. So today
we're at the end of season 3. We're turning a new leaf.
Yeah. This is there's a YouTuber I watch that every November the videos that he puts out, he calls them No Effort November. And this will be our low effort episode in terms of content that we're shoving in your ears. It's an easier one for you to digest.
Yeah, I would say so.
So we're throwing it back. We haven't done a lot of retrospectives this year.
No, we did one right at literally at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
1994, where we had Hoop Dreams, In the Mouth of Madness, and fucking Stargate.
Yeah. 3 fucking wild choices.
Yeah, those were hell of a choices.
So now we're gonna push it back a decade, go to 1984. But before we do that, I'm a little bit remiss that we're basically only gonna get 2 retrospectives this year. So I think we have a plan for next year, or we can do a few more of these in a kind of a different light. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think we can really tackle the year ending in 5 decades very soon.
Yes.
But for now, we're throwing it back to 1984, a year that is famous to title a book by George Orwell, I guess. But we got 3 movies.
Apple.
Oh yeah, I guess Apple started then too. Yeah,
Ghostbusters, Gremlins,
yeah,
Transformers.
sure, all of these things.
All of these. Amadeus.
Amadeus. Anyway, we got 3 movies, all from 1994, all continuing with our theme
84.
of
I don't know if you said 94 or 84.
1984.
Yeah.
All continuing our theme that we have never seen these movies before.
Yes, and one is definitely going to be shocking.
One is going to be, yeah. One was a little bit shocking, even for me. For me, it was not. For me, it makes sense. For you two, made no sense. I was shocked. I was like, "What do you mean?"
Yes.
But where do we want to start? Which one of these 3 do we want to kick off with?
Well, me and you already spoke, and I've already spoken. I feel like Tony B should start us off.
You drive this one. You can either start with your choice or any one of the 3, I guess, if you want.
I think you should pick your choice.
Yeah, let's start with Tony's.
So my choice was from 1984.
We already caught that.
Yeah.
Surprise, bitches.
Surprise. Clint Eastwood was in this one, directed by Richard Tuggle?
Sure. Yeah.
It is called Tightrope.
Officially directed by Richard, whatever the fuck.
Tuggle.
Yeah. Secretly ghost directed
by Clint Eastwood.
By Clint Eastwood himself for probably a good 85% of this movie.
I'd say so as well.
Tuggle wrote it too.
So simple premise. Clint Eastwood plays a cop, a very Dirty Harry-esque cop.
Oh yeah.
A very Clint Eastwood cop.
Yeah.
I would say so.
In New Orleans, and tracking down a serial killer. That's literally the premise. He's tracking down a serial killer.
Tracking down a serial killer of women.
Yes, of women.
He's also a rapist.
Also a rapist.
Yes, yeah. He's
cat and
doing
mouse.
a lot.
Cat and mouse detective.
Mhm.
Really, yeah. There's really nothing else
And
to
then,
explain.
well, then he starts fucking with Clint Eastwood too.
And then,
Clint Eastwood gets too close.
Yeah.
He gets way too close, and then the hunter becomes the prey.
Yes.
You've heard this story a million times. This one is just with Clint Eastwood. What'd you guys think of this one?
A Clint Eastwood who fucks.
Oh,
He fucks.
oh, this is
This is a Clint Eastwood who likes prostitutes.
this is the horniest Clint Eastwood movie I've ever fucking seen.
What'd you guys think of that oiled up at chapped ass? I was not expecting that.
I had to rewind it at that point because I was like, I can't believe that just happened.
So
that happened.
I'm fairly certain I heard about this movie during the American Giallo episodes of the video archives. Quentin Tarantino himself recommended this movie, and looking back on it, it's definitely very Giallo-esque.
Yeah, there is a hell of a lot of red.
Yeah,
right.
A lot of red.
There's a lot of red, and there's interesting, like, you know, another feature that I always think about when I, especially like Dario Argento too, like
It was very Dario Argento inspired.
a lot of angles, a lot of like interesting camera placements where you're like, oh, okay, that's the kind of angle you're trying to grab, and especially that scene that takes place during what I assume was Halloween / a Thursday night in New Orleans,
/ every
night in New Orleans,
except for the one night at the beginning of the movie where the first prostitute is killed.
There are quiet evenings.
Bullshit, really?
I've been,
and it's that quiet.
Yes, it's like a Sunday. No one's there, but
I can't imagine it being
fine.
that quiet.
No, it was a Monday. Like no one was there. It's fine. But yeah, like that scene with like trying to follow the children, which that's a whole other point. You were just real loose with your children in that
Super
crowd, but I
loose.
guess it was the 80s. So what the fuck? I don't know.
Yes.
And there was just oh god, there was so much going on in that scene.
Right. A lot of anxiety in that scene.
Yeah.
When he's on a date with the the sexual assault survivor leader, whatever.
The teacher.
The teacher of the
crisis counselor.
The crisis counselor. Yeah. Who he's been hitting on for the entire movie.
I can't get over her name. Beryl. Her name's Beryl.
One more time, James.
Beryl. Yeah. The horniest fucking cop movie I've ever seen, though.
I love the jazz. Insane. The saxophone in this movie, just like
the soundtrack isn't right, Tony. The soundtrack is really not right.
Yeah,
it's super
like, so much going on.
Like, I love me a sax.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say it's a bad soundtrack. It just doesn't fit the movie.
No, I was just about to say it seems like a very like Dario Argento-esque like serial killer movie, but with jazz instead of goblin music, and it just feels wrong. Like, why am I getting Lethal Weapon vibes when people are getting hacked to pieces?
Yeah,
there is that. Yeah,
it doesn't fit.
It's a jarring juxtaposition of sound to movie. Like, that doesn't quite gel.
Yeah,
it feels divorced from the movie itself. Like, the music is just kind of playing like background elevator music, and this movie's happening in front of you, and you're like, what the fuck?
And I love
man?
I love the ending because it's just like ending smash cut jazz.
Straight to jazz.
I was like, what the fuck is
zoom out overhead shot ending, because it's still the 80s, everybody. And smash cut to jazz.
Smash cut to jazz.
I didn't the third act kind of threw me. I didn't really like the third act.
The
I thought it was way too rushed.
Falls apart in the third act.
It takes a weird turn, and then it just gets rushed to the end.
As soon as like it like turns and it starts like becoming like he's not going after women, he's going after Clint Eastwood. It just like falls apart. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, what is going on?
What are we doing?
I'm lost. Like
it's a very odd 3-act structure. Yeah. And it's Clint Eastwood, who's supposed to be 45, but is definitely almost
82.
Pushing. He's like, no, he's like pushing 60.
No, I know.
But he says he's 45. It's like, is he?
Those pants were already starting to ride up the waist. Like they were.
Oh my God.
They were not at fucking Gran Camino levels yet. Gran Torino levels yet. They were heading up there though.
It was 84, right? Okay, so I wonder if he just used whatever like costumes he had from the Dirty Harry movie from the previous year and just recycled it for this one.
He probably did, Tony. It definitely feels
he was just wearing a jacket, a shirt, and a pair of trousers.
Like it feels Dirty Harry adjacent.
Yeah,
very.
He could have been the same guy. I don't know. You could have called him fucking Harry. I mean, he gets his knob polished in the first like 40 minutes of this movie.
Multiple times.
He's also bi, apparently.
Yeah.
Which there's no way Clint Eastwood would say something like that now.
Yeah. Back then, though, who says it's my first time? Oh, fucking okay, Clint. Go off, buddy. He doesn't care who polishes that knob.
And Dan Hedea's in it.
Yeah,
what the fuck's he doing there?
It was so jarring to see him because he was normal. He wasn't like his wacky, like yelling self. Right?
Yeah. That was it. It's a trip.
I didn't love it. I think it's an interesting watch, and I think they do some interesting things with it, but I didn't love it.
I was more baffled at it than anything. I think I was just kind of watching. I'm like, the fuck is going on? Like. He's just wandering into hotel rooms and watch fucking strippers and then or
hookers,
escorts, whatever, ladies of the night, and then moving on like to solve this mystery.
Yeah, he's just doing his questioning. He gets his he gets his exercise, and then he keeps going.
I heard you two were the sandwich. What?
Yeah, it's just a very baffling movie, and I'm kind of glad that we watched it.
Yeah,
because like it's kind of like it's a swing, right? Like it's not something we would normally watch.
Yeah,
well, I'd watch a random Clint Eastwood action movie, but this wouldn't be at the top of the list.
No, but I'm sorry, it wouldn't be something that I would typically watch because like when I think of Clint Eastwood, I think Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and I think his Western days. I didn't really get into like his cop movies. I only got into Dirty Harry. Right. So like seeing this outside of Dirty Harry is interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it exists. But I wanted more. I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah. I wanted something a little bit more cohesive, I think.
Yeah.
tell you what, I'd watch it again before I'd watch Stargate.
Yeah. Fuck Stargate.
Yeah, I would definitely watch this over Stargate. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, there's Tightrope.
It was a good.
It's something.
It's something. It's a sight to behold. Is it like a fucking banger? No, go watch Dirty Harry. But like if you're
a Dario Argento movie,
or Mario Bravo, or whenever
keep calling it's like Dario Argento. It's nothing like Dario Argento. No. It's a Western
knockoff
director trying his best to be Dario Argento and failing badly.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't say he succeeded at it.
No,
I'm just like
there's elements of
it, and I'd rather be watching exactly what you said. I'd rather be watching Dario Argento,
and it completely threw me off because I didn't realize it was like they don't say it's New Orleans or like initially.
Yeah,
they don't make it clear that it's New Orleans initially. And I had literally just finished watching the director's cut of JFK for the first time.
Right,
it took me 4 watches. Jesus, that movie is dense.
Yeah,
but a lot of it's filmed in New Orleans, and like it's the same areas in this movie, and it was throwing me off because I watched this right afterwards.
Sure,
and I was like, what the fuck?
Wild. Tightrope. It's a film.
A film.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So next up, let's do let's go to a little film with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, this was my pick.
Sammo Hung.
Directed by Sammo Hung.
Directed by Sammo, starring Jackie Chan.
And Sammo.
Who's
the other gentleman who's like one of the leads? I don't remember.
The third guy, right?
The third guy.
We have Jackie Chan, Sammo, and Yun Bao.
There you go.
A little film called Wheels on Meals. Simple premise.
Can I just say the tagline first?
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Not since Don Quixote has Spain had so much fun.
Yeah, because I read that and went, yeah, that's what Spain remembers Don Quixote being was fun.
Like 0 notes.
Jackie Chan and Yun Biao are 2 roommates who have a food truck. Sorry, a food van. I'll rephrase because it is not a truck. It is a van. It is a high-tech van. And they live in Spain, in Barcelona. And they're just 2 guys trying to make their way in this world by serving delicious food to delicious people, to hungry people. And they get involved with a lady of the night. There's a theme going through some of these movies, who they try to protect because she's being hunted by one of her Johns, and then only to find out she's like one of the greatest scam artists of all time, and someone wants her back, and they get sucked into this like rescue mission style thing
that's connected to Sammo's private investigator.
Yeah, and then Sammo and all of this is a PI who was hired to find a woman.
It's like his first PI job.
It's his first job. First job out of the gate. He's the night manager of this PI firm essentially, and his first job out of the gate is find this mother and daughter and bring them back, and he has 2 weeks to do it, and all of these stories intertwine into chaotic nonsense,
into Wheels on Meals.
Jackie Chan delivers food and takes orders from people on a skateboard and fights people using said skateboard skills. What more do you need? Just shut up and watch this movie.
I literally love the beginning where it opens up with the 2 roommates, Jackie Chan and the other guy.
Yeah.
And they're doing kung fu.
Yeah.
Right?
Young Bao? Is that his name?
Young Bao. Yun Bao.
And the only reason why this scene exists is to explain why they knew all these fucking moves.
Yeah, because otherwise they're just 2 food van guys.
And it wouldn't make any fucking sense at all. So that was they literally wake up.
And also an excuse to watch Jackie Chan lubed up in oil with the most ripped muscles and abs you could possibly imagine while he does his morning workout routine that consists of objectively 150 sit-ups, 600 push-ups, all before they head out the door to serve people food. It's
not
nuts.
even. They don't even head out the door. They jump out the window.
Oh yeah, they jump out the window and jump down because it's Jackie Chan.
I love their room setup as well. There's
two doors, but it's the same room,
and there's like a little divider. It's the same room.
Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of like fun charm in this. I think it's a little bit too plot heavy for a Jackie Chan action movie. You have to deal with a little bit of nothing happening for a while.
It takes a long time before it gets going, and it's much more comedic than it is action.
Yeah, it's way on the silly side of things.
Yeah, so it's not like I kept thinking back to Police Story.
Yeah,
because Police Story is comedic, but it has it balances both. This one I don't feel does a good.
It doesn't balance very well,
which would make sense because it's a year before, so he's still getting.
He was still
groove.
figuring it out. Yeah,
and I didn't think that there was any like there's some good fights at the end.
Yep,
but I don't think that there was any one mic drop moment in this movie.
No, I think probably the most memorable, I think probably there's a couple moments that stood out for me. When he's first fighting those dirt bike guys, I think is pretty fun.
When he does I love when he does like the drop kick.
Yeah.
When the guy was coming, I love that because they literally slowed it down. Yeah. And I was like, that's Jackie.
Great. Yeah. It was great. And then there's that moment where he's fighting the guy. This is at the end of the movie. He's fighting that guy in the
castle.
In the castle. And
the one-on-one fight, right?
Yeah. And he does the villain in this case, that the guy he's fighting does that one kick and it just like extinguishes all the candles. And I was like, oh man, that's fucking dope. But I agree. Like for the most part, it was kind of like devoid of really any major stand-up moments. I thought the fights were fine and they're well choreographed because it's Jackie Chan.
The
and
gentleman
Sammo,
he's fighting in that scene, his name is Benny Urquidez.
Yeah.
His nickname was Benny the Jet.
Benny the Jet. That's it. Yeah, that was Benny the Jet. Yeah. And fuck, man. Like that fight was very good. And again, well choreographed and well staged and everything because he's good at that. Like they're very good martial artists and very good sort of fight choreographers. But yeah, it wasn't cohesive.
Yeah.
I will say, there was a moment when we first introduced the true villain, the big overarching villain, which, by the way, the final fight with the villain, the main bad guy, was just a waste of time. Like, I don't even know why it happened. But prior to that, his introduction, he's fencing. And he doesn't have a mask on, and his opponent does have a mask on. Which I thought was a fun choice because every time they did close-up shots, it was this very slicked back Spanish man with hair that went all the way back, glued back to his head. And he looked very suave, very rich and suave. And then when it would cut to him doing a little rapier like fencing, it was this tiny little Asian man with a mop of a hair. And I was like, what the fuck, guys? Like,
well, we also need to...
I get it. I found it so
they're speaking
funny.
Cantonese, but then the other characters are speaking like Spanish or
overdubbed with Cantonese.
With Cantonese.
Yeah. I was gonna say like there's a lot of the whole movie is in Cantonese, but like they're very like it's like the dubbing is like what's throwing me off. like.
That is not what she's saying.
Yeah. Did you want? I'm assuming you all watched it in Cantonese then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did as well. There was the English dub track, and
no, it's bueno.
No.
But the subtitles were a little weird because it was like trying to say like dollars instead of it was like 20,000. I was like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was weird too.
Yeah. Anyway, you know what? Like, I think it's kind of silly fun. Like, I don't know that there's much to say here. Like, I didn't love this movie. I thought it was just kind of fun, and there's some good fight choreography in it, and like some really good fun Jackie Chan moments before, Jackie Chan got even bigger with Police Story, etc. But it was interesting to kind of see as like a precursor to all of that as well. Like where they were at and what they were already starting to plan. Like, like him jumping out of the window and landing on like the bouncy cushion and jumping off to get onto the street was great. Like, it's an excellent stunt. So,
yeah.
I think the movie kind of falls apart when you look more into the plot. Like, I was like, you shouldn't at all. But I was going to say,
this is a Jackie Chan movie, Tony. You shouldn't.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you start to put the pieces together, then it kind of
It's less fun.
It's less fun, and it's more silly. Like I love how Samo was just like the bumbling idiot.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
But
him picking up the phone in the bar and it being the bartender's wife. Hilarious. Objectively
It's your
hilarious.
wife.
Yeah.
But like some of his scenes were absolutely hilarious, and like
or him being, oh, you got the job. And he's like, I'm not here to drink. And he's like pissed drunk by the time he leaves that bar.
Right.
Great. His
and he's
scenes were
like, hey,
funny.
I got a certificate for the organization. I'm in the organization.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
It's a secret. But it's good. It's good, harmless fun. Jackie Chan's awesome to watch. Like he is
Jackie Chan on a skateboard, man.
Right? Like I'm starting to see.
It's harmless, but people get harmed pretty
Well,
bad.
yeah, obviously.
People get hurt.
You can see, but what I'm saying is you can tell it's Jackie doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And like I'm starting to get into more of his earlier stuff and just seeing the evolution of how he was before and then how we see him now.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So you get that Criterion box set.
I actually watched one of them. It was like spiritual kung fu or something.
Spiritual kung fu.
And it's he's like fighting like ghosts or something, and it's the most ridiculous fucking thing
so
ever.
Much.
But yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Don't pay attention too much at the plot.
Yeah, don't stare. Just
Don't
kind
stare.
of just squint a little
Just
bit
squint.
and kind of let the
Yeah.
edges
Just go with it.
blurry.
Just
Yeah,
go
just
with
roll
it.
with it.
Just
It's
roll with
fine.
it. Just roll
Yeah.
with it.
Just roll with it.
Exactly.
Spanish people speaking Cantonese, just roll with it.
It's fine. It's taking place in Barcelona, but there are two Cantonese speaking gentlemen. Yeah, it's fine.
Three. Casamo.
Three. Sorry, Casamo. Yes. Anyway,
Mr.
good times.
David.
So I guess this is where we drop the shocker.
Yeah, let's do it because this is more of a shocker. I'm gonna pick my jaw off the ground when you say it.
So when we said we were going to do 1984, I wanted to pick a movie I've never seen and I always wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I've never seen it. I have it on Blu-ray because I needed it.
Yeah.
I had never watched it before.
You have the vinyl too, I believe.
I have the vinyl as well.
I also have the vinyl
Yes, of course.
that I play religiously.
Yeah. And
people who know me know how much I love Prince.
yeah. Yeah.
So I owed it to myself to watch Purple Rain, which I've never seen.
What on earth? You of all people.
I know.
Get out.
I corrected the blind spot.
Oof. And it's a blind spot. Like it's a cataract that you should have had surgically removed. That's brutal.
You guys had to, like, when we were looking at 1984 movies, I know you guys had to do a little bit of digging.
A little bit.
To get past, like, some of the stuff we would have already seen.
Yeah, because there's a lot that we've seen.
Right? Like, at the top of this segment, I was listing off all the
Like an
1984.
obscene amount of fucking movies in 1984 we've seen.
I was very pleased with the picks that we did end up coming up with, but this one was shocking.
Yes. So I have never seen Purple Rain, so I owed it to myself.
Absolutely.
To the purple one to see, or the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yes.
To see Purple Rain, which is, well, it's a film.
It certainly is a movie.
It's a movie. You
can't say that it's not.
It's about
a movie.
Well, Prince stars as
the kid.
And I guess he just plays in one of the clubs.
Yeah, with the Revolution.
With the Revolution.
Because is he Prince or is he the kid? Is it the kid in the Revolution?
They're just called the Revolution.
The Revolution, yes.
They're just called the Revolution.
Yes. And it is the actual revolution.
Oh, I know
which
it is.
Wild.
I know it is.
I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, no, those are literally the Revolution band members.
That makes sense. I keep getting thrown off by who else is in this movie.
Yeah, sure.
He lives at home with his parents. One of them is
mother and father.
Yes, mother and father. The father is played by Clarence Williams III, who I love.
Yes,
so good.
He's not the greatest in this movie, but he's usually pretty great.
I mean,
he's good. He's good at the role.
He's good at the role. He's good at the role. They just don't use him enough.
They don't. He's very
because it's mostly about the kid.
Yes,
and about, I guess, he wants to have a motorcycle. He fuck that motorcycle. I guess he wants to make it as an artist, but he's also very stubborn and doesn't want to give in to like letting anyone else.
He's very narcissistic.
Yeah,
he's just very self-absorbed.
He doesn't want anyone else from the revolution to really like.
It's his band.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then there's also Apollonia, who is new on the scene.
Absolutely.
And he falls in love with her. And then there's a bit of a jealousy thing going on with Morris Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure
Morris Day is the
Morris
villain.
Day. Sure.
I guess he's the villain, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's definitely the
between him and Father, they're both kind of the villains.
And he's up there with the time doing their thing. And Jerome is a big character in it too.
Yeah.
It's
See what I mean? I was just thrown off. I'm just like, am I looking at Morris Day in the fucking time right
you
now?
Sure are.
Motherfucking time.
You sure are. And Apollonian the Six.
And Apollonian the Six, yeah. That they're a band too, Tom.
Yeah. It's fucking nuts.
This movie's wild.
All of this to say, it's basically a concert movie with some sort of plot in the background, I guess.
Yeah, the plot is completely immaterial to the fact that you just get to watch Prince perform banger after banger after banger,
like straight fire.
I was literally
like that album is straight fire.
Yeah. Straight fire.
Yeah.
It's like the plot is loosely connects every musical event in the movie.
Yeah, loosely, but so loosely. It is tissue paper thin. How you are looking through this thing.
It's like the intermission between musical numbers.
At one point I was like, and this is towards the end of the movie, I was like, I wonder how much is left. Like, I think we've gotten through like the meat and potatoes of this plot, and like, all right, we're on to a new song. He's like kind of learned his lesson to, not be such a self-absorbed piece of shit. And I was like, 20 minutes. And then I realized that literally 20 minutes was just Prince performing back to back to back banger after banger after banger till credits roll. Like,
they film it like,
it's great.
Every single scene with him fucking playing
it's great.
Amazing.
It's gorgeous.
It looks incredible.
Here's a thing that I want to call out. The beginning of this movie, one of the setup points of contention, to start Prince down on his hero's journey, let's call it.
The kid.
To start the kid on this hero's journey, he has to have some sort of like troubles come up. And one of the troubles is the club manager's not happy with Prince. With the kid and the revolution.
Yes.
And the songs that they're playing, it's not getting the crowd going. But that is completely antithetical to the shots that you're seeing of him perform, and the crowd is losing their fucking minds. Like, it is a packed house, and everyone's like, whoa, like up on the stage. And I'm like, are we watching the same performance? Like, what the fuck are you on about?
And the plot gets oddly really dramatic.
Very.
And I was like, this is strange.
The fucking montage to what was the song, When Doves Cry?
Oh yeah.
Oh, holy shit. Like, I thought I was like fucking hallucinating, and I was just like, why is this so overly dramatic?
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain it is the fucking video.
Yeah, it might be.
It's him it's him naked in like a tub.
Fuck's sake.
It's why, and it's very purple.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's very purple.
Also, the kid's an asshole. Who just like up and leaves a very naked Apollonia by the shore of Lake Minnetonka.
You gotta what's the line? You gotta
cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Which, when he said that, I paused to laugh hysterically and then immediately looked up the fucking Dave Chappelle Prince sketch. Because he also says it in there. He's like, you've been cleansed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
When he said it, I was like, why do I know what Lake Minnetonka
That's
is?
why you know that's why you know Lake Minnetonka is from that fucking sketch where Prince makes pancakes after playing basketball.
Apparently that's what he does.
I know.
Plays basketball and makes pancakes?
Apparently that's what he used to do.
It was legitimately a true story. That was a Charlie Murphy's E! True Hollywood story to the max.
He didn't embellish it.
No.
Like that
literally happened.
That happened. Like that's how ridiculous the story is. That's actually what the story. That's what happened.
I don't know if it was Prince or like somebody confirmed later on that like no, Charlie Murphy didn't make any of that up. Like that was what happened. It was skins versus blouses, and he made pancakes after.
Why do you think? Like, man, why? Like I know that he's this mythical like creature.
Yeah, he really was.
That like he's like, God, he's over the top and he's larger than life. But it's like nobody was ever lying.
No.
Nobody embellished it. They're like, no, that was what it was like.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
An incredible musician, but truly eccentric all the way down.
Like I have no doubt this movie, like this probably happened. It probably happened. He probably came up with When Doves Cry the same way it happens in the movie.
I need to point out another scene that just had me. Like I literally just had to stop and just pause.
Was it when Morris Day throws a chick in the dumpster? sorry,
was great.
Jerome does it.
No, they both grab her and throw her in the dumpster.
Again, another scene where I was just like, "Am I hallucinating?"
No, like, what that happened.
No, it was the scene. I think Morris Day is arguing with Apollonia, and he comes like on his fucking purple bike and just literally just like kicks Morris Day. He just comes around and it's like this shot and it's just like he's just like flashing his hair and it's blowing in the wind on this fucking. I was like, what the fuck?
He just got that $400 coat from
Jesus.
To the trash.
And like fucking Morris Day is just like flailing on the ground and like Apollonia is just like running away and he like speeds to her and he's like, get on.
Insane.
Come on, get on. Like, what the fuck are we watching?
There's also a bit where it's very clearly not him on the bike. And I was like, that's so obviously not him.
Yeah.
To your point earlier about it being like a small Asian. It was like
very much.
It was like a white dude. It was like an older white guy.
Some guy. They just found some guy that knew how to ride a motorcycle properly.
But just the way he rides that thing.
Everywhere,
like no helmet, just fucking straight,
and his hair is just blowing in the wind.
Yeah, and the part where like the dirt slaps the fucking camera, like it's the plot is not. It's useless. The plot
makes it doesn't.
And I don't understand why it's not just a concert movie with just like some random inserts instead of whatever the fuck this plot is. Like that, and it was all. I love Prince to death, but I never thought of him as a man who fucks. So when he's putting the moves on Apollonia, I was just like, this is strange.
And
this is weird.
Those were some moves.
Yes, they were.
I was watching it going, this was 84. I guess there was no intimacy coordinator because this is
I'm sure he got no, he was Prince. She probably was like, yeah, whatever.
I'm not gonna question that now, this many years later, but I was watching it almost uncomfortably, and then they did the 84 pan to the wall, fade to black at the same time. You can think about what happened later. And now cut to she's on the back of my motorcycle. This movie's nuts.
And they like, I don't think any woman in this movie, maybe his mother, but nobody wears like real clothes.
No,
like,
no, even
straight, like a shirt, and pants.
She's in like a lingerie. They're in a lingerie band.
Like the one scene, she's just wearing that jacket.
Yeah, that's it. Just the jacket.
And like her boots aren't as big as his. His boots are bigger.
Yep, they sure are. His blouses are frillier. His boots are bigger.
I love this movie.
I
knew I would love the movie.
God.
It was literally, I was not disappointed by any of this.
Yeah.
It was exactly what I signed up for.
Yeah. There's so much nonsense and ridiculous things in it. It's like, again, it's hard to classify this as just a straight up movie. It is really just a really long extended concert / music video, but it's Prince. So who fucking cares? Just sit back and watch probably arguably top 20 albums of all time ever released ever be performed live in front of you while you also watch some random bullshit happen in between those songs. You're good. Like, it's good. You could do a supercut where it's just the songs being played and it would also be pretty enjoyable to watch because the plot doesn't matter.
You miss out on Morris Day being a pimp.
Yeah,
I guess
you'd miss out on him doing Nikki Grinds and then throwing a little temper tantrum in his dressing room.
Yeah,
because that was such a pointed song. All right, Prince. It's okay.
That was a weird one.
But his hissy fit was very funny and silly. He punches a wall.
I just love.
And then she Apollonia gives him the guitar, and then he slaps her. I was like, Jesus, I was like, Prince, what the fuck,
I was
man?
Like, Prince, calm down. You
had like a real, and this was like a day later. You just like made sweet passionate love. You dropped her off on the curb. She brought you a brand new fucking guitar that looks like it cost $1,500, and you slapped her because she's joining Morris Day. Whatever.
I love that they did Jungle Love right off the top.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, this movie exists.
I love it.
It's if you've never seen it and you have any love for Prince's music, or if honestly this is your first exposure to Purple Rain's album, the Purple Rain album, it's worth it for that, I think, alone. The rest of it is just kind of bonkers nonsense that you're going to have to kind of watch and just like, I'd say just go in laughing. And then maybe right afterwards throw in the Dave Chappelle sketch because it fits in perfectly.
Cleansing in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah, you must be cleansed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. What the fuck, man? And she gets in, that's not Lake Minnetonka. Yike.
Yeah, that was... It's something.
It's something. It is something. Really is something.
Is certainly a unique picture. It's very purple.
No, it's purple.
My Blu-ray case is purple.
Yeah.
So the disc purple too.
Yeah.
So of course. So I have the back the bias lighting for my TV, right? That's all synced to whatever's on screen. So Dave asked me earlier, he's like, so when you watch Purple Rain, was it just purple the entire time? I was like, yeah, almost exclusively. It was like magentas to deep purples the entire time I was watching it. It was quite nice, actually. It was pleasant.
Love it.
I love it.
I feel like I need to rewatch it because when I first watched it, I didn't know really what to expect.
Sure.
So like I thought to be perfectly honest with you, maybe this was my fault.
Sounds like your fault.
It sounds like my fault, but I was still pleasantly surprised by it. Like, don't get me wrong, soundtrack is still like fucking like 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
11, like 25 out of 10.
Yeah. Like I actually learned new songs that I didn't originally know.
That album is oops all bangers.
Banger.
Yeah,
right. So I thought I was gonna get like a cohesive movie,
sure,
like from start to finish. That's not cohesive movie. This movie is not.
No.
So I was a little thrown off by it.
Yeah.
But like Clarence Williams the third,
yes,
yeah,
he is excellent in this movie.
In the very small amount of screen time he has, yeah.
I wish there was more of him in there.
Like him hauntingly over that piano and just like really like, even though he's a piece of shit, but
he's a piece of shit, and he's so incredibly menacing.
Yeah.
In the movie too, he does it so well. I feel like I just need a rewatch now that I know what to expect, because like when I like near the end when they're doing when he finally gives in and then he plays the titular like purple, right? Like that is a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
That's one of the only scenes that's like almost uncut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's just straight in his fucking face.
Yeah. And it's so well done. And then he follows it up with Die For You. And then he follows that up with Baby I'm a Star.
Yeah.
Like that whole like last, I would say what, 20
minutes? Yeah.
Last 20 minutes is fucking perfection.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like now that I know what I'm going in for, I think I would like it a little bit better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's certainly a fun one to recommend, I think. And if you've never seen it, I would say go for it. But really, like all three of these, in a way, I would recommend. They're oddballs.
Yeah,
from all the releases in 1984, these are sort of like oddball ones that are if you're looking for something different, you don't want something just normal and paint by numbers or straightforward or a typical 80s typical 80s movie here. Go for one of these because they're a little bit outside the box and a little bit bonkers and a little bit kind of fun. I think that's like the one through line thread between all three of these is there was moments in all three of these movies that I was just fucking baffled by what I was seeing. It was just nutty.
Definitely.
So I just wanted to say, because I looked this up after. So he won an Oscar for it, obviously.
Yeah.
Best original song score.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which is different than best original score.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Cool.
Categories were weird back then.
Cool. Also that year, somehow, Splash and Beverly Hills Cop were nominated for best original screenplay.
Nice.
And listen to best original songs. Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now, Phil Collins, and from Against All Odds. Footloose by Kenny Loggins and Dean Pitchford. Let's Hear It for the Boy from Footloose, Dean Pitchford, Tom Snow. Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. And the one that won, I Just Called to Say I Love You from The Woman in Red by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
So fucking Stevie Wonder and Prince both won Oscars that night.
Yeah, but with a fucking category like that too. Jesus
like
Christ.
That fucking that's what got nominated for best original song.
Yeah.
The movies that got nominated for best picture: Amadeus, which won.
Yep.
The Killing Fields, A Passage to India, Places in the Heart, and A Soldier's Story.
Yeah, kind of devoid.
I know what Amadeus is.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what.
I think I've heard of Killing Fields.
I've heard of Killing Fields, and I know what Places in the Heart is because that's that's Sally Field. And I'm pretty sure she did that. You like me, you really like me speech
that's
for it.
That one's from.
But I have no idea what A Soldier's Story is.
Nope.
And Passage to India is a David Lean movie that I really don't know what that is either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that might just be me fucking.
That was the Academy being way the fuck off base with what the 80s were. Like Amadeus was the closest they got to, and Amadeus is a fucking weird trip.
Amadeus is a banger. I like that.
Yeah, it's a weird ass. You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
See, it would have been a fun one to do if Tony and I had
Milos, right?
Milos Forman, who won best director.
Yeah.
Also that year, fucking Pat Morita got nominated for best supporting actor for The Karate Kid.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Like that sounds
Excellent.
like a fucking wild year.
Truly,
That's a wacky year.
Truly,
But just
unpredictable.
But that original song category, like I feel like all of those like everyone remembers those movies and knows those songs.
Yeah, those songs are so
like maybe I don't know what Take a Look at Me Now came from, but I know that
but
song.
You know the song. You know Phil fucking yelling that out.
But fucking all of those best picture nominees I was just naming, I was like, what the fuck is all this?
Yeah. Amadeus aside, nothing. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it was so devoid from what was actually like in the 80s, like this, sort of maximalist score tie-in. Like you need a hit song to go along with the movie. That was the 80s. It was the 80s. It's how it was defined. Every single fucking hit movie from the 80s has a song tied to it that you can fucking remember. Because there was also a lot of coke involved, but
they also just had really good soundtracks.
Yeah, and also like the studios at that point were just trying to make as much fucking money hand over fist as possible. So of course they were doing fucking music tie-ins, like they were doing toy tie-ins, music everything that was marketable was being done. So it makes sense, but
it's just
the Academy was way the fuck off on that one.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Just reading that. Beverly Hills Cop, best original screenplay nominee. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, nuts.
Oh yeah, Purple Rain,
Wheels on Meals, and Tightrope. Those are three random oddball 84 movies. So there's your 84 retrospective done, guys.
Yes,
well done. Kudos to everyone.
Well done.
We'll be back, I guess, in a couple weeks.
Yes,
with a normal episode. With maybe not a normal episode.
It's going to be another hell of an episode.
It's going to be something. We'll have to figure out how to break that one down because we got a lot of movies coming out in a very small amount of time now.
Yes.
And we want to talk about all of them. So stay tuned for that. But until then, I'm still Jimmy, and I'm here with
Big T Tony B.
Yeah, and
Dazzling Dave.
And we'll catch you next time.